If the apocalypse comes, beat me.
In every generation, a podcast is born. We are your slem slays.
Beyza
And Jackson. This is my first time watching Buffy.
What?
That's kind of our thing here, you know? Chase's first time. Beyza's 69th time.
First time. 69.
We should just settle on a number, right?
420.
This is your 420th time
Yeah.
watching Buffy.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Continue. Wanted to make sure
Continue.
we're live.
We're live.
The Cunty Bears are back in town.
And we are talking about band candy.
Okay.
Band candy. Oh, it's wackadoodle time.
It's wackadoodle time.
It
I
is.
think it's wackadoodle time, you guys.
It really is.
Beyza and I haven't seen each other in a long time, so we're just basically like just really sharing so much information with each other.
Trauma dumping back and forth.
Trauma
dumping.
telling funny stories, telling trauma stories,
Dumping.
talking about the state of the world.
Dumping.
And now it's time to talk about the state
Of Sunnydale.
of Sunnydale.
Literally.
Speaker of Sunnydale.
Speaker of the house. Okay, we're talking about Band Candy, which premiered on November 10th, 1998. Written, this is an important detail.
Okay.
Written by Jane Espenson, who is a national Buffy the Vampire Slayer treasure.
Oh, I love that.
She's a hero. She's
She's alive.
She's braver than the troops.
She's a hero.
She's a hero, and she's also a writer and executive producer. And it's directed by David Greenwalt, who directed the last episode, Homecoming.
I have questions. Do any of the girls, meaning Charisma Carpenter, Allison Hannigan, come on names, I'm learning, or SMG, do they ever end up like directing an episode towards the later seasons?
No.
Yeah, it's kind of before that era of women being allowed to star
do
and
anything.
direct. Yes, but I thought I'd ask.
It was 90s, babe. It was 90s, 2000s, babe. Women had to look pretty on the screen.
Women just, yep.
But they did have, SMG, I would say, not so much. The other two had a lot more say in the character and choices like that. But they probably let them like pick out their outfits. And,
just never behind the lens.
Right. Yeah, definitely before that era.
Okay.
Which is a shame.
It is a shame because it would have been really fun to see.
We just watched the episode of And Just Like That one Cynthia Nixon directed.
Cynthia Nixon directs such great episodes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the episode when her and Steve get in that fight.
Yeah.
And Steve is like, you never wanted this. You never wanted Brady.
Which is true.
It is
Team
true.
Steve.
She never wanted Brady.
Team Steve.
That was a pity fuck.
Well, not even just that, but she never wanted Steve.
Yeah, she didn't.
Which
And that was a moment of growth for her. She needed to learn like, oh, I do kind of just treat people not great.
Yeah, but that fight scared me.
That fight was scary, but it was so well performed, it was well written, and it was real. It was like a very real fight. Sorry, this is not an Just Like That podcast that will be coming for season 3. Season 3.
It could be.
I've been telling Blake I just had such a naughty idea.
What?
You, me, Arabella, and Blake, a double date, sort of like And Just Like That podcast. I've been trying to platform and then Just Like That
is crazy.
Yeah, but like it would be really interesting to have like these different queer perspectives, especially queers in relationships and friendships perspectives on And Just Like That. I mean, it's a very queer show these days.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it'd be kind of interesting.
To a fault.
Sometimes to a fault. And
I can't believe I'm saying that, but I'm just
sometimes there's too much representation. No, but I don't know. I've been trying to get someone to start it in Just Like That podcast with me for season 3 at this point. It wasn't supposed to be for season 2. I will do it solo, but I do think it'd be fun for all of us to do it.
I'll join in.
Yeah, okay, great.
Because there will be bloodshed.
Oh, that's what I want, though. That's the good content. That's the juicy juice.
We're not going to be friends anymore.
I wore my Willow beanie the other day. You know, the show that they spent millions of dollars on.
Never heard of that.
Well, it's because they took it off Disney+. And Warwick Davis, I'm so sorry that everyone has to hear this, but the lead of Willow has fans that come up to him and say how much they love him and love the movie and love the show. And they ask him, why can't I watch it on Disney+ anymore? And this poor guy has to like come up with an answer. It's
crazy.
awful that the artists that are involved have to like get asked that. And it's like, oh, it's because of awful studios like Disney. Anyways, I wore my Willow beanie the other hat, and I was thinking of Willow from Buffy.
Right.
What'd I say?
The other hat.
Oops.
I I knew what you meant.
And there's a barista at our local coffee shop, and she's like, "Oh my God, can I take a picture of your beanie?" I was like, "Why are you a fan?" And she goes, "No, my friend's name is Willow." So,
oh, okay. So close. Cute.
Well, then one of Blake's coworkers saw my Funko Pops in the background. She goes, "What are those Funko Pops?" And Blake's like, "Oh, it's like this movie and TV show Blake Chase loves called Willow." And she goes, "Shut up. Willow's like my favorite thing."
Oh, I love that.
So that was actually really fun.
Community.
There are dozens of us.
There are tens. There are fives.
There are fives of us. There are singles. Okay, back to
Band Candy.
Yeah,
another show where the actors and writers are supposed to explain why the franchise is so muddled.
Muddly.
Because of one person. Yes. Buffy combines her slaying with studying for the SAT in the cemetery with Gilles.
Love this scene. Gilles. Bonsoir, Gilles.
That was pretty good.
It's okay.
I think we talked about with Molly that I never took the SAT. I only took the ACT Illinois.
Shout out
to Illinois.
That is a based experience. That was good. I like that. That makes sense.
But is the SAT actually that bad compared to the ACT? How different can it be?
I never took the ACT because I had the option to take either, but most schools took the SAT.
Right. The schools I applied to did not require the SAT.
I tested well, but I had to take it like 4 fucking times. It was just the worst feeling because it's like on a Saturday, and then you had to go to the school to do it, or like a school to do it, and everyone giving the proctors were so intense.
Well, and we already talked about test anxiety.
Literally,
last time.
5 hours out of your weekend. Then you don't even know if it's the last time you can take it. You got to take it.
I'd rather take that than the driver's test.
I just don't know if the kids are all right.
No, they're not.
And you know what? How could they be?
And Buffy's really not all right because she has...
Tell me more. She's having a fucking double dip. She's out here in the cemetery learning her SATs.
And her ABCs. Meanwhile, at Sunnydale City Hall, Mayor Wilkins speaks to Mr. Trick about a tribute he needs to make to a demon. Trick assures his boss that the matter is well in hand and has hired an outside contractor who has caused trouble in Sunnydale before. Can we guess who that is? Right. At school the next day, Buffy tells Willow and Oz of a test-related nightmare. Relatable queen. Oz offers to help her study, and Willow brags about how smart Oz is. Buffy tells them Giles and her mom have her scheduled 24/7 to keep her out of trouble, which is so sad.
Like, if we just overwork her, she'll be fine. She'll be fine. It's actually better for her.
Yeah, she has no time to act out.
No.
They find Principal Snyder in the cafeteria handing out boxes of Milk Bar chocolates, which they are forced to sell to pay for band uniforms. Did you ever sell chocolate? I sold chocolate in high school for choir.
We sold tickets to like raffles. We sold raffle tickets.
Yeah, we literally sold candy bars.
I sold the most raffle tickets, and I won a Nintendo Wii.
Damn!
They announced it. I was in direct competition with someone named Oliver, and in 6th grade,
bitch.
I think my mom had something to do with it because I think my mom like secretly bought a shit ton like the day before to put me over the edge, but she will not admit it. So love her for that.
But she could have just bought you a Wii.
Yeah, I know.
Needed to win the competition.
But anyways, but I worked hard. I was like door to door. I was a door salesman.
What was the raffle for? Do you remember?
It was like a bunch of like local things, like one of those.
Cool. Yeah, I sold. Cool. I sold candy. It was pretty good. It was. I don't remember what the brand was called. Is Milk Bar a real thing? It looked real.
No, it's because it's Milk Bar is a thing, but it's a thing in like the 2020s. Like Milk Bar is a place, like the bougie dessert place.
Gotcha.
With the nice cookies.
Gotcha. Buffy sells her half of the candy to her mom, and Buffy tries to convince her mom to let her get her driver's license. Oh my God, this is literally me.
Literally you.
Joyce refuses, at least in part because she's worried that if Buffy has a license, she might leave again and not come back, which also
sad. Like maybe if you don't tell her to get out of the house and never come home, she won't do it. The emotional intelligence points for Joyce are
69.
Yeah.
Buffy then leaves.
Fuck yeah.
Buffy then leaves for the library, telling her mom that Giles is making her practice all night. She sells the other half of her candy to Giles and leaves. I love her parents. Her parents.
Yeah, we love mom and dad. And this is about in the episode when I said, when are they going to kiss? And then little did I know, they're going to bonk.
They bonked. And Buffy leaves telling Giles that her mom is making her go home. Instead, Buffy visits Angel, bringing him blood. Did you ever do that?
Bring my boyfriend blood?
Yeah.
Ever do what?
Like tell your one parent you're doing something and telling the other parent, like, you know how...
No, I would never do that.
I think I would die from anxiety.
My anxiety wouldn't let me do that. I lied to my parents once in my entire childhood, and I got caught.
I lied to my parents a lot, but about gay stuff, about stuff I literally was not allowed to. So I was giving them the truth. You know what I mean?
100%. Yes, I do. And also, I would never give different information to two different people.
Yeah.
Not smart.
No, it always gets found out.
You're gonna get got. The truth, what's in the dark always comes to light. As above, so below.
Angel is quickly getting better and is practicing Tai Chi.
Oh, and he fully doesn't notice Buffy for about 2 hours.
Well, we needed to gawk at his abs.
Oh, I forgot he was shirtless. How could I forget? I just love... Never mind.
He asks her about Scott, but she doesn't tell him they've broken up, which is kind of weird.
It's an important boundary. I love her for it.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm not gonna let you know that you can
about anything romantic.
Yes, yeah. Good for her.
No.
She's gonna keep it. She's like, I'm just gonna nurse you back to health.
When she arrives home, Buffy finds her mother and Giles waiting.
Mother.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I had one more of me. It's for The Exorcist. They go, mother.
Did you watch that?
I did watch it.
How was it?
I can't tell you. I loved it.
Okay.
I was sobbing. I loved it.
Oh my God.
I literally could cry talking about it. But everyone hates it, so I can't say that online because people hate that movie.
Okay, can you say later? Why?
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch it, so you can just tell me.
Yeah.
Giles and Joyce are angry at her lies. They send her to bed and proceed to munch on the chocolate bars. I wonder what could happen.
Late night chocolate?
I'd be dead. I would eat so much chocolate, I'd turn into an unborn infant.
How do you sleep with a lot of sugar in your system? You don't sleep.
You don't sleep because you're a teenager.
You bonk the night away. Oh, I forgot. That's when they have all the vinyls and they're looking through the music.
I think that's a little later.
Yeah, a little later.
The next day, Giles fails to show up for study hall, and Xander and Willow secretly play footsie under the table. And I was like, who does that?
Have you practiced yet? Yeah. Have you tried it out yet?
No. I don't like that.
The next time...
It's hard for me to hold hands.
I know, but that's what's fun about footsies. I mean,
I know, but
let me tell you, I don't play it now. Yeah, okay. I don't do it anymore, but
I've never done that.
I think it was just a very high school thing. It was touching when you weren't supposed to.
I've done it as but it's not serious.
Yeah, but I'm saying in high school it is serious,
no.
And it's touching when you weren't supposed to was hot.
I didn't have anyone to touch. I was the only gay person that I knew of. Worried, Buffy goes to Giles' place and finds her mom sitting on the couch. Giles explains that they are rescheduling her activities to lessen her burden, and Joyce gives Buffy her car keys and tells her to drive herself home. So that is so unsafe.
Take Yourself Home by Troye Sivan plays in the background.
I do. My favorite song is One of Your Girls.
Oh my God.
That's the best song on the album.
It's so good. There's another song I really like, but I don't remember the name of it.
I don't know.
But I have it saved in my Spotify.
That music video. Ooh. After a surprise Buffy leaves, they conspiratorially hope she's not noticed anything amiss. And then Giles lights up a cigarette and Joyce pulls out a bottle of Kahlua she had quickly hidden when Buffy arrived. Giles, now Ripper.
Oh my God, Ripper.
Offers to take Joyce out for some fun while Buffy decides to go with Willow to the Bronze despite the SAT exam being the next day. So yeah, what is going on?
There must be something in the water or
in the chocolate bar.
In the chocolate bar.
Buffy frightens. I love your commentary. Buffy farts. Buffy frightens Willow with her crazy driving. Her little ass driving that fucking huge Jeep.
She's so cute. She's so tiny.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's also that's probably her first time driving.
Yeah. Also, Faith probably has a license. Faith should just be her little.
You think Faith has a license? We should ask.
Like a fake ID, but she knows how to drive. She just Faith just strikes
like
me as
drives
very
a
worldly. Yeah, or like a truck. She's like a truck girl. You know what I mean? Oh,
a pickup truck. She can pick me up. Okay.
Glad we settled that.
Yeah. At the bronze, Buffy and Willow discover the place now packed with adults who are acting like teenagers.
This is so fucking funny.
It is super funny.
And also, it's kind of nice to see everyone in Sunnydale just vibing for a little bit.
This is the one time in the whole show I like Principal Snyder.
Literally, yes.
Like the only time.
And it's still not enough to make me not want to watch him die off on screen. Ooh.
Period. Including Principal Snyder, Mrs. Bartram, and Willow's shirtless stage diving doctor. Snyder starts following Buffy and Willow, who take off along with Oz to find out what's going on. They've noticed the manic eating of band candy and suspect that it is causing adults to act like teenagers with all the attendant irresponsibility, lust, and emotionality.
Ugh, and it's also just giving like Hocus Pocus, where they're like, we don't listen to this song, don't listen to this song. And the parents are like, what are you talking about? It's good music. And then they're hypnotized and they dance all night long.
I also wonder when they're acting, when the adults are acting, I don't think this is clarified, but like when the adults are actually acting like teenagers, is that actually how they were growing up, or is it like how teenagers just are? You know what I mean? Like,
I agree.
Was Snyder just like kind of a dork? Well, he probably was, which is why he's grown up.
Yeah,
to be
I think it is.
Such an asshole. Just like a nerdy little kid, and like Joyce is kind of like a badass, like popular girl.
Yeah, I think they regress to who they were at that age.
I think
but
so
a
too.
question I have is, do they look at the kids as kids,
adults,
or do they look at them as their age? Do you know what I mean? Like, do they just see them as all just like teenagers hanging out? Like, so it's like Giles isn't necessarily looking at Buffy as a 16-year-old. Giles is looking at Ripper is looking at Buffy as like his colleague. Yeah,
but throughout the episode, I do think Joyce recognizes that Buffy's her daughter. So,
but it takes her a second to get there, doesn't it? Like she kind of has to like be like, oh, I
don't know the lore. The lore is not luring as much as I would like, but
I know
okay.
I need specifics.
It's still just funny and fun.
Yeah,
it's cute.
It's a good episode.
It is really good.
And it's like nice. It's like, it's just, again, it's refreshing to see.
It's a lot of character building, and like I like these kinds of episodes that are entertaining, but also like build up character dynamics and like
I cannot wait. Like, this is the most recent episode I've seen, so I can't wait to see Giles and Joyce down the road. Like, there has to be a callback at some point. I don't know if they're going to explore each other any further.
Each other's bodies. Oz initially isn't too worried, assuming that even as a teenager, Giles would still be responsible. Buffy and Willow, however, know better and tell him that rather than being responsible Giles, he was actually an out-of-control dark magic user.
I love that.
But he doesn't
so much.
do dark magic.
I know. I kind of wish he did. He just kind of started fights.
Why did they make that? Like,
I think just to raise the stakes. But it would have been fun to see him like try to like do something like chaos magic.
I know, like even like a scene.
Yeah, like just like him doing something where
or
it's
like he set something on fire. He just like, steals a fucking
dress. Or he used magic to like impress Joyce to get that dress.
That would be everything.
Oh, that'd be so good. Maybe
we should rewrite this episode.
Maybe we should.
No offense to Jane.
Yeah, I don't know. Mm-hmm.
Mr. Trick checks up on Ethan Rain, your favorite.
We love representation. Speaking of,
the outside contractor and the production of the chocolate bars then leaves to perform the tribute.
It's a dark. It's like so funny because it's like the episode is so fun and like goofy, and it's like whoa.
That's Buffy.
I mean? It is very very Buffy.
Meanwhile, Joyce notices a coat in the window of a vintage store, and Ripper shatters it to steal the coat. The ensuing alarm
Maddie Healy. I mean Ripper.
Shut up. How dare you? Giles is not racist. How fucking dare you?
I'm not a fan. I'm just, I said it as a joke because he's like wearing his like, his like white t-shirt.
Why is my TikTok inondated with this fucking racist man?
I don't know.
Who says the R word? Like, what?
I don't know.
What is happening? Is it not 2023?
I love not having social media.
I can't.
Do you click not interested on the TikTok?
No, I just scroll past it as soon as possible.
You could be doing more.
No, because I don't even. I don't even want to give it that much energy exertion.
Oh, I get that.
Anyway,
there should be a button for if you show me a TikTok like this again, I'll never use your app again.
Sure.
That way, it really cleans your algorithm.
Yeah. Okay, so Maddie Healy attracts.
It's like the Robbers music video. Okay, I'm done. I'm finished.
The ensuing alarm attracts a cop who Maddie Healy beats unconscious.
We have to. The rest of this episode is too good.
Stop. They steal his gun, cuffs, and cruiser. He and Joyce start making out on the hood of a police car. It literally is.
I'll give you one.
Do you think he was inspired by this episode?
Yes, dude. This is literally Buffy Robbers. Should I?
And Giles is British.
No, literally, and
Ew,
his accent turns more like Maddie Healy throughout the episode. I also just think I should make an edit of Joyce and Giles in this episode with Robbers music video and put it in black and white, bitch.
Yeah, period.
There you go. Tumblr 2023.
So Tumblr. Do it.
Okay. I'll do it for you for Christmas.
Great. Can't wait.
You're welcome.
And then you get your McDonald's. Buffy gets into a car accident and damages her mom's car. Good for her. Snyder knows the factory where the candy came from, so Buffy sends her friends to the library to do research just before finding her mother and Giles kissing in the middle of the street. Buffy tries to reason with her mom with no luck. She enters the factory taking Joyce along. Giles and Snyder follow. Inside, Buffy finds Ethan and catches him. Her fist persuades Ethan to give up all that he knows. Trick needs to dull Sunnydale adults in order to take the tribute for Lurkonus. Yeah.
It really is, though, hocus pocus. It's isolate the adults so I can do what I need for the children.
Yeah.
And Winifred, they did that so they could suck the souls out of the children. It's a little hocus pocus episode of Buffy.
But for some reason, this feels darker because it's literally babies. Like, kids are obviously horrible. And
but also, hate to, take this there because I don't have to, but I will.
Do it.
Sucking the souls out of every child in Salem versus
4 babies. Yeah, I mean, not to, obviously, it's all bad.
but as a thought experiment.
Neither happens, which is good.
Yeah, that's the best part.
That's the best part.
And that's why we're here today.
Except the kid at the very beginning of Hocus Pocus. What's her name?
Emily Binks. Or Emily. Yeah, Emily Binks.
Yeah.
Slay.
She was a fallen soldier. Meanwhile, 4 vampires enter an unguarded hospital to remove 4 newborn babies. The Scooby's research reveals that the demon Lurkonus, I hope I'm saying that right, eats babies. And Giles remembers... That's just such an insane thing to write. Giles remembers that the demon may be found in the sewers. We have to leave babies alone. It's just stupid. Like, why? Just do anything else. You know what I mean?
I do. But this is the 90s.
Right.
Babies were out.
Babies.
No one gave a fuck.
No babies. I know, it's just such a dark thing. Even now, maybe I'm just too sensitive, but it's just
I think you're wizened, or maybe whatever. I gotta say though, one thing we never talked about was an episode we didn't cover. The 2 episodes before this, Willow has a little Scooby-Doo lunchbox.
Yeah,
thought it was important to bring up.
I'm surprised you remember that because
it's significant. I literally rewound it. I was like, "Is that a Scooby-Doo lunchbox?"
Ruby?
I loved it.
That's so cute.
Yes. Okay.
And to come to find out, Miss SMG just a few years later.
Literally, and guess what? For the sequel, casts Oz.
Yeah.
Jonathan Jacobo.
Wasn't
or
it
his son?
Junior?
His son, Junior. Yeah.
Whatever.
Barty Crouch Jr.
Right.
Junior. Yeah. I don't know.
I love that little reunion.
It's like the only thing that was missing was Charisma Carpenter.
And Allison Hannigan.
You know what? And Allison Hannigan. But I will say they should have cast.
I wonder if Charisma Carpenter's ever
maybe
been in
not
movies.
Should have, but this is an idea. Because Linda Bartonelli is perfect, right?
Who?
Linda Bartonelli.
Cardinelli. Close. 1 letter off.
I'm getting good.
She's so hot.
She's so hot. And she's perfect as Vel.
Yeah.
But you could have had Allison Hannigan as Velma. Could have. And you could have had...
No, but she doesn't have red hair. Daphne has red hair.
Yes. And you know Alicia Silverstone in the sequel when she's the interviewer?
Yeah. Charisma Carpenter.
Charisma Carpenter.
Period.
I don't know
she would
what
body.
She would have like done so good with Alicia Silverstone's role. And then imagine if she was the baddie in Monsters Unleashed.
We have so many good ideas.
If I could go back in time and recast anyone in any film, it wouldn't be Eddie Redmayne in Danish Girl. It would be charisma. Such a very specific pick.
Specific.
It would be Charisma Carpenter taking over Alicia Silverstone's role in Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. I think Cool Little sucks.
That would be so slay.
Oh, it kind of makes me mad. Keep reading.
Okay. Buffy, Giles, and Joyce crash the party in the sewer, and the mayor flees unnoticed. Buffy defeats the vampires while Giles and Joyce rescue the babies. Trick escapes, and the demon appears. Buffy pulls, and it's like the snake one, the basilisk.
Oh,
very Harry Potter inspired.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Buffy pulls down a gas pipe, igniting it, forming a jet of fire with which she attacks and kills Basilisk.
And props to the CGI team.
They did what they could.
They did what they could.
Watching it back though, I was like shook. I was like,
it's like watching a Shay St. John video. Who
I think was from Chicago, actually.
Yes, I think so too.
Yeah. But slay a way to kill. I loved it.
It was very fun,
innovative.
And yes, even though like the CGI doesn't add up, it's actually like a very like refreshing kill for Buffy. When have we ever seen her take a gas pipe and light a giant snake on fire?
I love when she has a little. She uses her surroundings. It's very smart.
Yes, she's cunning, conniving.
She's
queen.
Later. The mayor and Mr.
You
Trick.
in your Audible era.
Ew. I did feel that when I said that. When I said it like that. Oh
my God. Carrie reading her audiobook.
Stop.
I literally like.
Why would you say that?
Ugly crying.
Talk about good CGI when the book like kind of
fades away.
Woo.
Ooh.
They did that.
Literally, and just like that
I started to
part. Cry. Literally. And just like that.
And just
I
like
wept.
that. I got COVID. That's my favorite one.
Literally the best. Ugh.
So funny. Anyway, to the show we were talking about. Later, the mayor and Mr. Trick discuss the debacle. Although the mayor isn't happy, he is placated when Trick points out that now there's one less demon he needs to pay tribute to. T.
But wow, how many demons you got? And also what? So you can gain power to be a mayor of a small town in California? Kind of embarrassing.
Right.
Oh, maybe there's more.
I don't know.
Maybe it's a part of a scheme to become the president of the United States of the United World.
He wants to be Joe Biden. Despite this, the mayor warns Trick not to do him any more favors. The next day, the adults have returned to their senses. Snyder promptly chooses Willow, Oz, Xander, and Cordelia as volunteers to clean up the mess in the hall. Buffy complains to Giles about the SATs. They meet Joyce, but Buffy fails to notice their awkwardness upon seeing each other because she's like, "Thank God you guys just kissed," or whatever. I don't know exactly
thank God it was just a kiss. And they're like, "Yep, definitely just a kiss." And
then they're like, "Oh," like fumbling a little bit. Yeah, and that's the episode. That was oh my God, so short.
Did you hear the premise for the new Chucky series is the Chucky doll is in the White House, the family with the White House, the first family?
No.
Sounds interesting. I thought I'd just throw that up there as we were talking about the mayor becoming president. Or maybe he's like a devout follower of the master and wants to bring the master back to life.
You have a little fetish for the master.
Well, I just feel like he was so good. It's like, where'd he go? You know, he's spiked in the library.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like he should come back. I also subconsciously think that the master is going to come back because in What We Do in the Shadows, the most master-like character, the Jeffree Star character in season 1, comes back.
Right.
So it's giving like, you know, bring him back. Bring her home. I hope that Giles and Joyce get married.
Have a baby. Oh.
No. If they have a baby and then and it happens to be another Slayer. If a Watcher and a Slayer's mother have a baby,
what happens?
How many Slayers do you got?
Joyce is probably going through menopause.
She's so young.
Is she?
She looks amazing.
17-year-old. I mean, yeah, but like, so does Charlotte from and just.
I know. I need her doctor. I'm
Stop,
kidding. This episode is very fun. I felt it.
Sarah Jessica Parker looks good too.
Sarah Jessica looks amazing.
Yeah, she doesn't have work.
There's a really cute video. I'm so sorry, you guys. We're gonna call this "And Just Like Buffy." This episode.
Buffy the.
She's worked a lot with the New York Ballet, and she was at like one of their big fundraisers for the year with her husband Matthew Broderick, and also featured in Only Murders in the Building. What We Do in the Murders. What We Do in the Shadow Murder Building. Can I tell you the most rude thing someone told me?
Yeah.
It's a cute video of Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick on the carpet. Anyways, I have a What We Do in the Shadows tattoo of nausea on my leg.
I'm familiar.
I had an employee at a water park I went to recently. Out of the top of the water slide, he goes, "Can I ask you a question without it being offensive?" And I said, "Sure." He goes, "Did you mean for your tattoo to look like that?"
Oh my God.
It was one of the craziest questions I've been asked before, in terms of just like out of nowhere, insane thing to ask someone. And he goes, and I go, "Yes, I did." And he goes, "Well, what is it?" And I was like, "It's from a TV show." He had never heard of What We Do in the Shadows. But it was so funny because 20 minutes earlier, I was talking about how like that's like my most insecure tattoo that I have. Like everyone, you have to have a least favorite on your body, right?
Yeah.
And that happens to be mine. And I was like, and it was so funny because I have never been less scared to go down a fucking water slide with a 20-foot drop into a pool. I was ready to go. I was like, yeet me out of this water park away from that man. Oh I had to tell you.
God.
Did you mean for your tattoo to look like that? Did you mean for your fucking face to look like that, you ugly bitch? I was so mad.
I was going to say something really bad. I'm so sorry that happened.
No, it's okay. I just I don't know. We were talking about Woody in the Shadows, and I was thinking about my tattoo, and I was like, Beyza needs to hear this, and the listeners like need to hear this. Yeah. Florida's
shocked.
Not okay.
No, it's really not. That's probably the like least crazy thing that happened that day at that park.
Yeah. I agree.
Wow. Well, do you have any tattoos that you are insecure about? Let us know. What?
I have one more thing. It's Buffy related. I swear. Don't click out.
Okay. Don't click out.
Don't click out. This is actually really cute.
It's a short up anyway. Just keep listening to our ramblings.
Exactly. My tattoo artist, who I love so much, my friend. I was talking about I was talking about
girl.
I was talking about our podcast because he loves Buffy. No, he loves Buffy.
That's so fun.
I mentioned how I wanted to get a tattoo for Buffy Summers, Carrie Bradshaw, and Stevie Nicks.
All one tattoo?
Maybe.
Oh,
like
no.
all together.
I'm
like
scared.
They are my queens.
Okay.
And so he was like, "Oh my God, I love Buffy." And then I was talking about how we were thinking about getting her hands with the sword going through it to hold it and stop it. And me. And he goes, "I love that so much. It's amazing. Like, let me know." And he goes, "When I was little," you're going to cry.
Oh no.
"When I was little, I used to think I was a slayer." And he actually had like a chest in his room where he would keep like a Bible and like sticks and like spikes and like cross necklaces and like water, like holy water, and he'd keep it in a case. And one day his brother was like, "Yo, what the fuck is this box of all this like weird shit you have in here?" And he goes, "Don't worry, I got this neighborhood protected. Like I'm the slayer."
All gay people are the same, huh?
I know. We are a monolith, and we're so cute about it.
And we're proud.
We're the cutest monolith to ever exist. No, I just thought it was
so gay.
It is so cute. I was like, Carlos, oh my God.
That's
I love you.
Iconic.
I love him so much.
Oh, I love that tattoo idea. Ooh.
It's such a good one. We will go see Carlitos. We will do the whole thing.
I would do that for sure.
That'll be great.
Easy. There are like 20 billion other Buffy tattoos I want, so I'll add that one to the list.
My king.
How's that Carrie though? Or Stevie?
No, that wouldn't be the one.
Carrie, Stevie,
that would
Carrie, Stevie, Buffy.
This is what I noticed that too. No, it'd be like Stevie Nicks's. I showed it to you. It was like the Stevie Nicks's tambourine with the carnations from the one I made.
Oh, I love that. Oh, you would get that.
I would have like an artist like Carlito put it together and make it look good.
Drew
you know what I
the
mean?
Strawberries and like the artist like did the
amplified
rest.
it, made it
look like a tattoo.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's what I
love that.
I showed it to him. He knows the vibe. We'll see. Maybe I'll do
That's
it.
very exciting.
Thank you very much.
Big test
but
piece for your testicles.
the big part of it was just the fact that he had like a Slayer kit at home, and he felt responsible for protecting his neighborhood. And you know what? He probably did.
He put things in my heart.
He does. I think about it every day.
I would too. I am
think about
going
it
to
every
now.
day. It's the cutest thing.
That's the best thing. Do you have any cute Buffy stories?
Yeah,
from
cute,
when you
wholesome
were...
Buffy stories.
I wish I was younger and like watched Buffy. I didn't start till I was like 18, so I would love to hear more stories because they always make me emotional.
Yeah, I know.
They're very sweet and cute.
They're very cute.
And next episode we'll be talking about is season 3, episode 8, Lover's Walk. And you can expect that on November 8th.
Oh my God.
That's a big one.
Oh, is it really?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's like a top episode of the show, but it's like
it's a meaty one. Things are happening. Good. I'm waiting for like the Angel news to break.
Right. I'm waiting for Angel to break.
I'm also waiting to understand like what the show Angel is. I will say my willpower of not just Googling that is like dying.
Well, and it's
rapidly.
hard too because like you could watch it after this season, the Angel show, but like it came out at the same time as Buffy, so you would see Buffy spoilers potentially throughout Angel. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. I want to watch it in release order.
You could do that.
Yeah. So like meaning that like
And
if they were premiering
double the...
Yeah, so like if they were premiering, I assume they were premiering a season of Buffy while premiering a season of Angel.
I'm sure there's a list of like what to watch and when.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Somewhere.
Oh, there's a Google spreadsheet.
Spreadsheet. And yeah, this was a shorter one, but you know.
So it is. So is life.
And just like that.
And just like that, the episode came to a conclusion.
It did. It was
Y'all
fun.
left
We
a
laughed.
comment.
We cried.
We threw up a little.
We threw up. We ate the band candy. If you ate the band candy, let's end on this note. What would happen? Who would I see?
Oh, that tickles. You would see a very obnoxious, loud,
Faggy.
Faggy Phantom of the Opera.
Oh boy.
Like theater kid. It would be really hard for everyone. What would I see?
Oh, I almost said something really bad. Just like a sad kid.
Okay.
But like also
like
obnoxious. Scene. For sure.
You were seen, you were heard.
Skater.
Yeah.
We
get along in that like iconic way of like scene girl and like obnoxious theater gay.
Absolutely.
But like in a powerful way.
Yeah, I think we would see each other, but I don't know, because I was in like choir and stuff, but not like theater.
Yeah, so we'd have overlap.
We'd have some overlap, I think.
We would be each other's beards at prom.
Absolutely. I did go to homecoming with my gay best friend, so the two gays. So that would, we'd go to prom and vibe.
Should we go to prom too?
And you'd leave me to hang out with everyone else.
I don't think I
That's
think
what
I
happened
would.
to me.
No, you would come with like my theater crew. You'd be my date, and we'd be like all
and
the
then
theater
I would
friends.
come with my stoner friends. But
yeah,
I was
we'd all get along great.
I was the only non-stoner in the group.
Yeah, I was pretty straight edge in high school.
I was straight edge in high school.
Yeah,
we would have gotten along.
100%. Everything's pointing to yes.
I agree.
Would you get along
with us? We would be in the GSA. It would be. Were you in the GSA in high school?
I don't think we were allowed to have a GSA in high school.
Right. Sorry, I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
The religious trauma.
Yeah.
We had to fight for ours.
I can imagine you did.
Yeah, and
that's crazy though. Even like in like a liberal like area. I mean,
I don't know if
burbs,
I call it liberal, but public school, you should have whatever the fuck club you want, really.
Yeah. Those are your parents' taxpaying dollars. If the kid wants to fucking start
lie about what I'm doing after school at the GSA, you let them. Now it's not called that anymore.
It's QSA.
Actually,
I think it's QSA.
That's
Queer
so
State.
funny.
I think it's Queer Straight Alliance.
It's QAnon.
Oh, that's
Thank
actually
you
how
so
QAnon
much.
started. It was at a GSA meeting.
Thank you
boy.
so much for
listening
and
sharing your thoughts.
So sorry about this. We were in wackadoodle time this episode, but you know what? This episode was wackadoodle.
But yeah, we had the band candy before this episode.
We did have the.
We did.
You especially had the band candy.
I did. Here's the wrappers to prove it.
And
we love you.
We love you. And until next time,
slay frights. And I'm very serious about that.
And I mean
you better
it.
slay those frights.
You better slay the fright.
If the apocalypse comes, beat me.